Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel and to episode 2 of Vintage Story. As you can probably tell, we're basically starting out right from where we left off. And today's mission is we're going to start planting berry bushes. Unfortunately, that fucking thing is right in the middle of where I want to build! Great. So, because I want to fill this out. And I talked about this last episode of like... Oh yeah, I forgot soil instability. Yeah, I talked about this last episode where I really fucking wish the developers would add just a toggle, right? Let me toggle off the sound. It could be there, that's fine, whatever. Just let me turn off that grinding sound it's making. While keeping the rest of the ambient music on. Or the rest of the ambient noises on, you know? But, shit, even give me control over these crickets. My god. I think for now, because I'm not looking for bees, I am going to do this, though. Because it's starting to grate at my soul. I don't think that fixes the frickin' crickets, though, which is anger-inducing. It's rage-inducing. So, side effects to the soil stability option, while being a really cool, functional thing, it means that I need... We're going to just have to do this caveman style. Get stabbed! Get murdered! Yeah! Yeah! That's a dead salmon. Salmon's dead. So, another thing I learned, too. It took me a while, embarrassingly long, to figure out before I realized what was going on. You have to get the bones. Pick the bones up. It's not that they're necessarily valuable, even though that they are valuable. They are valuable, don't get me wrong. It's more that you need to get rid of the bones, because if there's too many bones of a particular animal in an area, then that animal will stop spawning in that area. At least somewhat, or at least the spawn is diminished. Something to that degree. You just get rid of the bones. That's the point. Add in the fact that the bones are very valuable. Then, yeah, there you go. So we're going to grab these cattails, and we're going to pick up the rhizomes. But instead of cooking these ones, unlike the unlike the thatch, the thatch wasn't really that important, right? We could live without having a farm for thatch, because thatch is really only used for roofing and I think hay. But everything that thatch does can be accomplished with dry grass. So I'm not worried about doing thatch. But we want a farm of cattails, because cattails are extremely valuable for like basically fucking everything early game. The reed chest, as you can see, we made baskets, which I think I forgot to record that part, but basically you just do that with... There you go, that's a hand basket. Yeah, that's how you make a basket. They're good for poultices, which is like a fancy word for a bandage. It's like a band-aid of some description. Put the rocks down, because I'm going to take this instead for firewood. I like collecting driftwood. I know it's kind of mostly useless, but I like collecting it for... I like collecting it for firewood, because it's useful for that. Alright, cool. We'll have to come back and get that stick, I think. There's 2 foxes. There's definitely a wolf or something marking up some territory out there. Oh crap, I forgot to pull the firewood out of... Darn it. Sometimes I forget to do that, but we gotta cook this fish anyway. You want to pull your firewood out and save it when you're in the early game because you don't want to... You don't have to constantly have to go get new firewood. Actually, case in point, we're going to go ahead and put that driftwood in there. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead... Now, I like to separate slightly when I'm putting my cattails down. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I think it makes it easier to cut them later. So I do... I separate them with a block in between. You don't have to have water near them. You don't have to separate them with a block in between. This is... The not having to have water is one thing. That's just kind of natural. The separating them the way I do is honestly personal preference. You don't have to do it. But I make rows like this. So I've got kind of a... Because the other thing too, they're a bit weird in how they place, so they get a bit... They move... Not move. They're just a bit weird, as you can kind of tell how they place. They're not exact. Technically, they're correct. Like they're correctly placed. They're just... God, what is the word I'm looking for? Some of them kind of place a little askew, I guess, is the word. Something akin to that. And then the other thing I like to do, to keep the grass from growing around it, because that also ends up being a bit annoying, is I dig up the dirt around it. Like so. And I put a separating like walkway in between each row. Again, personal preference. And if you're limited on space, you can absolutely put them side by side. If space is more of a concern for you. I spread things out when I'm farming materials just because I prefer that over most other ways that it's done, but that's just kind of how I don't know what the difference there is. I don't know why you can make rammed dirt into rammed... I don't know. I'm going to save the rammed stuff for later, though. It's the packed dirt that I want. I don't want to waste the medium fertility. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build out to there. We're going to fill this stuff all in with cattails eventually. All this is going to get filled in. This is going to get, like, more dirt, more room. I'm just kind of mapping out our limits right now with the soil's instability. Because once I start digging out some other places and we start, like, expanding more, we're going to have plenty of loose... Like, there's going to be... Trust me, this is like Minecraft. It's going to be one of those things of like, oh my god, we got so much fucking dirt. What are we going to do with all this shit? Well, we'll get there. Ooh, the fire burnt out. Crap. Oh, but it did cook both of the... Let's go ahead and burn the thatch. Honestly, just to get it out of the frickin' inventory, because it's annoying right now. Okay, so we did cook the 2 fish. Let's stack up the firewood, so that's out of the inventory. And we'll go ahead, since we don't really need wood right now, because we're prioritizing setting up the farming situation. So we're gonna actually gonna move that. Yeah, we're gonna prioritize farming for the moment, so wood is not critical. Just put that there. We gotta save the bones because those get ground down later. Oh, yes. Alright, rammed earth over there. So now we've made a reed chest. We've got room to do things. Oh, good. Now we got 2 rifts. They're both going to start making noise too, which is great. Alright, let's... I don't really have any filler material to go down here. Oh, wait, I need to continue. Okay, hold on. Scary door. Easier to just look and boop, 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 boop. We're going to need some more shovels, so I'm actually going to take some time and do... There's a knife head. I'm going to do some shovels. There's another knife head. We're probably going to need another axe in a bit. Honestly, so let's see. 3 knives. I got 4 knives, 3 shovels. Let's do another axe head. Bump. Oh, someone's outside my truck. I can hear them talking. Womp womp. Wampus magonkus. Alright, so now we've got what? We've got 4 shovel heads, 4 spear heads, 4 knife heads. Let's go ahead and put the rest of the... I don't like having copper ingots on the ground. I think it looks weird. So we're going to throw them in there. Wow, the fish just did not go very far food-wise. The fact that we have 61 damn cranberry bushes is just what the hell. Okay, let's go ahead and get some shut-eye real quick. Oh, and 2 axe heads. That's what I also made. Monsters begin to appear. Oh boy. Spooky, scary time. That means we're going to start getting drifters. Let's put that there. Alright, let's go get some sticks. So now that we've got monsters spawning in... Oh my god, that's a pig! I'm running away because pigs are dangerous. Pigs are very, very dangerous, in fact. So this is going to be... So this little operation we're going to do here is going to be a bit of a food/stick run. So I'm going to kind of keep my eyes to the ground a little bit because we can find random mushrooms all over the frickin'... Mushrooms are amazing. I want to... Ooh, there's another pig. Oh, that's great for later when we actually are going to start domesticating animals. Which we'll probably get to, I would say... Aim for like... Oh my god, more cranberries. I'm gonna have so many damn cranberries. It's not even gonna, like, it's gonna just all be fucking... We're gonna just... Our whole diet is just gonna be cranberry. Oh my goodness, hey, a fruit tree. This whole freaking diet's gonna be cranberries. I don't know what that yellow is. We might go check that out and see. I am not... Oh, there we go. As I was about to say, I am not seeing sticks. I find a stick. How amazing is that? You want to try and not... So you want to always pay attention to pine trees. Oh, look, more cranberries. You always want to pay attention to pine trees because they bleed resin when they're injured, but only natural pine trees bleed resin. And they always constantly bleed resin when they are... Basically, when they're a resin tree, they're always a resin tree. So, you don't ever want to cut down a pine tree that has resin because that's your source of resin. And then oak logs, you make tannins, and tannins are used in... Oh, I scared a piglet. I'm sorry, little baby piglet. Don't go fetch your mama. I don't need to fight your mom right now. Where was I? Oh, and tannins are used in leather making. Oh, that's just a vine. I thought it was another. Okay. I could grab that. I'm going to keep kind of looking. I know I said we're going to do food, but... Resin. Oh, hey, shit. Did I mark this clay? I didn't. I know I said food was our goal, but using the last little bit of my shovel there to get enough clay, I think, to make a cooking pot. Because then we can make our food last longer if we have a cooking pot, because we can actually, you know, cook things. Oh my god, more borax. This, okay, if anyone wants it, seriously, let me know in the comments. This seed, copper, peat, lead, mushrooms. Oh, that's where our mushrooms are at. Borax, clay. There's clay over there. There's one trader, some decent ruins pretty nearby. This is a hell of a seed. I'm going to leave the borax on the ground, though, because I don't need to... We're still very kind of short on rooms, so we're going to be conservative with white currant bush. I guess there's another... There is. Oh. There's a sixth berry. I didn't know that. Believe it or not, I actually did not know that. Yeah, because with some clay, we can also start doing bees. Oh, hey, I found some rye. And some spelt. Ooh, stay away. Alright, so sticks was our... Is this peat marked? No, it's not. Peat. That's good to know. White currant. That's even better, because I need the food. I hate that. Ah! Puffball mushrooms. We're going to hold on to these. We're not going to eat these, because I want to cook these bad boys. If ever possible, you want to cook your puffballs. Well, you want to cook any mushroom, really. They make really good food. Good. We're finding more berries. That means we're going to have a wider selection in terms of our total variety. Alright, so we're going to return to the... We got to return to the forest. We have to start looking for some frickin' sticks. Sticks is our deal here, because we're basically stuck without them at this point. I got and then on top of that, I've got 2 inventory spots, so... Poison? Yes. Well, I got them now. I didn't know if they were poison or not, which is why I grabbed them. But now that I have them, I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to put them in a chest and let them rot because we can use the rot to make compost. Crap. Now there's flax here too. Well, I'm going to eat the field mushrooms. This is good and bad because while I have flax, which is nice, we want flax, I need sticks. I guess we're going to have to just cut down some stuff. Mature flax, of course. Growing flax. Suppose that's going to... But let's plant stuff first. The organization is nothing. I don't care. I might actually dig this out. Put some of the berries down here. But once again, we're stuck because we don't have sticks for tools. That's a dead hair. But I don't have, again, no knife, so gotta ignore it. Put those there. I need a spot to do. That'll work. So what I'm going to do is grab this, go boom, and we're going to make... I don't really need 4 of them, to be perfectly honest, but I guess we'll just make 4 of them because that's going to probably be the most efficient. I'll probably want 4 of them later, is why I'm going to want to make 4. So we're going to go ahead and fill this all up, I suppose, with... I might actually have to go get more clay, which is fine. We can just leave this and I can go get more later. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go get more because we're already down to the last nubbin. And boom. Yep. Okay. That's fine. You know what? Actually, can I break... Oh! Shit. Okay. I actually didn't know that's what that would do. So, put those in there so they can rot. Put the driftwood down so we can use it later. And hold on to that stuff and... Alright, let's go get some sticks. I got to get sticks. Oh my god, wait a minute. We had sticks in there, didn't we? They were on the ground, weren't they? Hold the phone. Hold the absolute goddamn... Yep, oh my god. Okay, we have sticks. 1 shovel. A thing. A knife. That's outrageous. I cannot believe. And then we'll make the 2 axes because I am going to need to cut down... Wow, I had to jump that. Okay. More driftwood. Sweet. Driftwood is just a more obnoxious... Driftwood is just a more obnoxious firewood, basically. Let's grab at least like a stack, I think. Well, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna come back here anyway, and we're gonna have we'll come back when we need more because we got a decent supply of clay around us. Yeah. Okay. So this is the thing that like can give us seeds, but it drops like 4 or 5 things, so I need inventory space before I break that open. Alright, let's see if we can find ourselves some sticks in here. There's some more mushrooms. Oh, goodness gracious. Brown coal. Okay, mark that right there. Brown coal. The seed, man. This is probably the best world I have ever had. And I have just... Oh, hey, there's another hot spring. Sticks! I'm not even great at messing with the settings. I just kind of did some weird shit with the settings just to see what would happen. Oh my god, is that more coal? It is. And that's slate rock too. Which is cool, because I like slate roofs. So eventually, when we upgrade our house, we'll go from like a thatch roof to a slate roof. Because I'll come over here and I'll mine that up. Oh, and if anyone... Okay, so if anyone wants to point out, too, because I'm not paying attention or whatever. Yeah, I know I can just, like, cut down this stuff here. And birchy branches, they'll give me sticks. Yeah, I know that. The problem, though, is you can wear out your tools, and then it takes a while with your hands to do it. So I don't like to, at least early game, when we're literally just starting out. Upster. Oh my god, there's so many mushrooms here to consume. Wow, okay. Coal and clay. This is ridiculous. I have not had a spawn this fantastic. I've played probably on almond mushrooms. Those are good. I don't know, maybe I'm on probably the 5th or 4th world now. And that's just the ones that I've made for myself, my single player. I've played some with my brother, and I think this is genuinely out of maybe the 7 or 8 worlds in total that I have been a part of to some degree. This is the best spawn I think I've ever seen thus far. There's more coal. I'm telling you, when we get to the point where we're just basically using coal, we're gonna be a-okay. Black currant. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I don't know what a currant is. Is that just like a kind of berry? Well, I mean, I'm guessing it is a kind of berry. That's kind of obvious, but I mean, like, why isn't it? Well, I guess there's already a blackberry, so maybe. Like, is there specifically? Because you know, you got strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, salmonberry. Is there like a specific reason why they're called currants and not like, I don't know, Western European blackberry or something? I don't there's a reason why that's currant Current just seems like a weird... I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not going to dwell on it because I'm not going to look it up right now. And we're going to need a whole lot more sticks because unfortunately, Lord have mercy on us, you need 8 sticks per pit kiln. Because so what I'm making here is called a pit kiln. It allows us to fire clay. And I don't know why, but it needs 8 frickin' sticks per thing you have to fire. I told my brother on one of them, I'm like, if you ever, like, never fire a single bolt. That is such a waste of material. You always maximize the space because of how much... The peat is not too bad, especially like on a map like this. If you've got a boatload of peat spawns, it's not terrible. And even more so on this map because we can end up, instead of using firewood or peat as fuel, we can just use the coal. That's freaking everywhere. But yeah, never do, because like you could make a single cooking pot. Well, it only is one of the 4 corners that you can fill. Because you can fill all 4 corners of these things. And it's, yeah, it's obnoxious, but it's fun. But it's still obnoxious. It's so obnoxious. The amount of sticks. Because then when you get even further, you need sticks for barrels, you need sticks for a shield, you need sticks for all your tools. Except for the axes and the... I wish you could use bones for other things. Maybe not the spear, I understand. But I don't understand why we can't have like a bone shovel. You know, a bone-handled shovel. Would be really nice. Just put the driftwood right there. So put these in here. And then we gotta grab our dry grass and fill it in. Oh, I didn't even notice, but those portals are gone. I got so good at tuning them out, I kind of forget sometimes. Oh, and also always remember, so because of the fact that you need dry grass for this, never throw away your dry grass. So that's why I got rid of the thatch, right? Because the thatch is kind of useless, really. It's only for the roofing material. Dry grass is for you can use it for a pit kiln, you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Outside of, and then hay you can use as food for your animals. So you always just want to save it, even if you just turn it into hay and put it like right there. Alright, so let's get started here. So let's dig this up. Because now our priority, now that we've gotten a little bit of whatever that was previously done, we're going to go ahead and we got to get these bushes down. Oh, more flint. That'll work. So we can start growing. So what I think I'm going to do is this little island-y kind of thing up here. We're going to make this kind of like a small little island of berries just for... to get it down on the ground, if that makes sense. I need to put some stuff. Hang on. That's full already, which is very, very helpful. Put that in there for the bees. Okay, so here's a perfect example of, like, right now we're going to be doing a digging project, so I don't need the axes in my inventory. Can I put these up against the firewood? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Just do that instead. Oh, that got rid of that. Okay, noted for the future. Don't do that. And then we'll go ahead and just make the rest of these shovels because we're gonna need them. There's no holds barred there. We're gonna need them. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and return back over here because then we can pick all this up. Okay. So, now what we're going to do... Where's the low? There's the low fertility. I'm not going to do that because I don't have enough inventory. What I'm going to do is come over here. Oh. Is that full? It is full. So we're going to put it there. And then we're going to put this in there. I'm saving those flowers. That'll become very important later for the bees, like I said. I keep repeating myself, I know, but bear with me. Alright, so... And we're going to match mediums out to here. Oh, I did have an inventory space. I guess I could have just picked up stone. And then we're going to take this one apart. And this here. And then medium. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, wait. Boom and boom to make that stable. Ta-da! Okay, and then the rest of the low fertility we're going to pack into packed dirt. So the reason why I do this is this annoying-ass grass can't grow on packed dirt. Is that stable? It is stable. Cool. So this annoying grass that grows in the middle of it, and trust me, this grass will grow in between absolutely fucking everything. It is insane. So that's going to be the red currants. And then the next one will be black currants. We're going to put the blueberries at the end. And this isn't going to be... Actually, this is pretty decent. This isn't going to be permanent, keep in mind. And the white currants, I guess, can just go with the blueberries. Along with the other two black currants. I suppose we can just fill the rest in with cranberries. Yeah, you know what? I know I wasn't going to put down cranberries yet, but... We're going to go ahead and just put down cranberries. Now, I think you can... No, you cannot plant on... Okay. You do have to actually be on regular dirt for berry bushes. Alright, I know it's a little disorganized because then I got cranberries over here. But there we go. And that's what I'm going to do here is the packed earth will go into there too. We need more sticks. Oh man, it's so nice to have inventory space again. After all of that, we still have cranberries. We still have freaking cranberries. That is ridiculous. How many cranberries we got? Let's let's see if we can hunt real quick. Maybe get some fox. Let's go up towards that forest over there. We might be able to find some. You know what? I'm just not going to bother. Let's just eat, I guess. More cranberry bushes. I'm gonna leave those. You know what? We're good. We'll add the black. We'll grab this black currant, but we'll leave the cranberries. I'm pretty solidly good on cranberries, I think. Unless we find one that's got like berries on it, then we'll grab those. What's this? Red currants. Okay, so now we've got some food we can actually consume. Oh, this is a maple tree, not a... I was looking at that like it was a pine tree. These are pine trees. Pine log. Berries! I love berries. We're going to grab berries. Let's see. We should... This is a forest flora, so there should be more sticks. Stick! Found a stick. I found a stick. Oh, native copper. Thank goodness we found a place with some copper. Oh, yeah! No, I know why this is such a good spot. I'm stupid. I raised I raised... Not by a whole lot, but I did raise the mineral spawns. Not the surface ones, though. I will point out, not the surface ones. Just regular spawns in general. So there should be more material, which is okay, you know what? That's probably why, now that I remember. Doi! I did. I don't remember how high I went, though. I don't think I went that high. Maybe, okay. I think I did like 140%. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that high, or that it 140% improvement didn't seem like it was going to be that much. Whatever. In the long run, it works out for me because I end up having to not have to spend atrocious amounts of time to get any progress, which works for my schedule. Well, one thing I can say for certain... Okay, now we're starting to find some. I was going to say, one thing I can say for certain is that it doesn't appear that mineral increases affects sticks by any measure, which I don't know why it would. Seems like a stupid... just dumb thing to say. Alright, so what? We got 2 things that need to be fired, right? And I need 8 sticks per. So I need 16 sticks. Total. Well, I need more than that, but 16 to get us started on the road to being fully pottery aged. Is that more larch or is that a pine tree up here? Because if that's a pine tree... Ooh. Usually these really big tall ones will have 1 resin on them somewhere. But that one doesn't. Pine log. So I need 3 resin to make our first set of like early armor. So honestly, if I could find just freaking any resin, it would be nice. But it's got to be on a pine tree as far as I know. And it has to be a quote-unquote wounded pine tree. because the resin is a blood of sorts. I think it literally is called bleeding pine tree when you find it. Or bleeding pine log or something. There's like, it's like actually got a... It's not just me being facetious, is that the word? I'm trying to be smart. And it's a horrible, horrible mistake. I think the word is technically oh, there we go. See? Oh, it's leaking. I'm sorry. I'm being hyperbolic. Wow, I am just pulling them words right out of me ass. I am marking... Actually, I do that. And that's not how you spell resin. That's how you spell resin. Resin, oh, Tyree. Resin tree. There we go. Always mark them, because then when you can come back, the leaking log, so this log that we just... Run! I don't have the ability to fight a wolf right now. Check tree, then run. The leaking tree will continue to leak. Wow, this is a big-ass forest on this side of the mountain. Oh, it's not... Oh, no, wait, where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh my gosh, that's a whole slate mountain over there. Dudes and dudettes, that is awesome. I love that forest, because I love slate, the look of the slate roof. So we'll definitely be doing that. Eventually. Eventually. Oh, you know what we can... Death cap. Don't eat the death cap. That's instant death. Literally. Lead. So I'm not picking up the lead because we really don't need it right... Oh my god, we're going to die because I'm in the map and I can't click out of the map. Get out of the map. Why can't I get out of the map? How are we not dead? I don't give a shit. Run. That was a flipping bear. He buggered off. I don't know why he buggered off, and I don't know why he left us alive, but I'm not sticking around to find out. And that lead can go to hell. I got 22 sticks. So we're gonna run like the dickens. And kill the fox here, cause ah! I killed it! As I too died. Alright, let's go get our stuff. That was our first death. Our first getting murdered. Tragic event, truly. Oh, is that... It is! It's red wine! Red wine mushrooms. I hear chickadees. Little baby chickadees. Little chickens. Little chicks. Chirp chirp. Cock-a-doodle-doo, bitches. Oh my gosh, another supply of clay. Is that marked? It is not marked. So I definitely think I might have made this a little easier on myself, just a wee bit, by turning up the world ore spawns. But I did... Part of me is like, what did I get? Oh, I got copper. Okay. Part of me is like, wait a minute. So, does it affect above ground stuff like seed? What is that? Cabbages! That's one of the best vegetables in the game. Where was I? Train of thought. Oh yeah. Does it affect clay and peat? Because I would consider that surface ore. At least in my mind, I see it as surface ore, surface materials, not underground. And I thought I turned up underground, but maybe... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't understand how that works. Maybe I should go read the wiki, but I don't know. That usually doesn't help because I'm. Well, the wiki helps other people. It doesn't help. The wiki helps normal people. I'm not normal people. Sometimes I'm barely person. I have days where I am functionally a potato and mentally a dead fish. The the physical attribute. I have many days where I wake up and I spend the whole day with the physical attributes of a dead potato of a dead or no. I spend the whole day with the physical attributes of a potato and the intellect of a dead fish. I filled my inventory up with too much stuff. You know what? Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to just... leave these here. I want to bring them back, but yeah, we're going to just leave those there. We might find them and pick them up later, but right now we're going to just leave them. I will get rid of this, though, because while that waypoint's useful, I think it's annoying. It's a raccoon. More bushmeat. I need more bushmeat. Beautiful. Oh, and another couple hides. Those will come in handy. Especially if they rot. So another thing, too, we'll find out is letting small hides rot is not that big of a deal. Because you use medium and large hides way more than you use the small ones. There's some granite, I see, and slate rock. So far I don't see any like limestone or marble, but we can... I'm fairly certain that other mountain range we looked at in the last episode is going to be where we'll find it. That's our farm. Right? Yes. That's home. Also pin it. And we'll make it blue for some reason. There we go. I always forget to pen home, and then I'm like, whoa, where's home? I can't find home. Help me! I need home. Do I have puffballs? I do have puffballs. Yes. We're in for a world of puffball hefty stew. And we actually have enough clay already in hand. There's more coal. I'm just not going to bother with coal. Not right now. We got so much of it available to us because of my... I don't have a spelt, so we're going to keep moving. Flax. I need to pick that up. I need the farm to be even bigger. Okay, so... Okay. And then... like that. Because you want two side by side, and then the rest of it can just be like that. There. Okay, so that whole thing's mapped out. So now what we'll do is we'll go get the hose, and we might do the same thing with that one too. The rest of this, since we're going to move the farm down there, I was originally going to build it up here, but since we're going to be putting it down there for now, we're going to just not worry about filling that in too much. Right now we're looking pretty good for what I want to do. Alright, so there should be a peat right nearby. Yes, it's this one over here. I'm just going to do this because make sure we're good and dealt with here, because this is so nice when you get it all filled in and no longer obnoxious. And eventually some of this might get pulled up and like replaced with stone paths, so there's a stone path you can make using low fertility soil that allows you to also walk at I think it's 1.3 times the speed, so you can go really fast. That's super cool to have. So we still need a little bit more here, but that's fine. And then the peat was where? Right here. So we got 2 at the moment, but we're going to do another one afterwards. So I'm going to grab, because you need, for the projects we're doing, I think we need 4 each and then 8 after that. I'm just going to grab a full stack, because why not? Because peat's one of the things you can put on the ground, so I'm not too worried about having extra. Because you can just, I think we'll go right there with it. Yeah, as you can see, we're already basically out of sticks. After all of that, we've got 7. Oh, you know what? I'm going to actually use the... I'm going to use it until it breaks, so we have the inventory space again. Because you might as well, you know? It's one of those things where you might as well just say fuck it and do it. Because otherwise it sits in the chest forever. And it's kind of nice to have one, but you also use a stick and dry grass is what it's made out of. So it's not like it's a huge ordeal to make. Alright, let's also go ahead and start this up because we're going to cook the 2 bush meats. Oh, shit! How the hell did it... What the hell? Oh my god. What's burning here? Is it the reeds? I totally forgot about this. I completely forgot that that the fire does that. Yep, I completely and utterly forgot. That's why you want to make a special area for your pit kiln. Or at the very least have a fire break. I don't think the house is going to catch fire. But I am noticing that we forgot, or I forgot, a block right there, so that's why we have spares of this. Oh no, it's the... duh. Okie dokie. That was spooky. Totally forgot about that. Do I have enough now, actually? Let me check to see if I've got enough to make another chest. I always forget how much it is you need. So I need 5 more. 24. So it's 24 total that you need to make a reed chest. $24 total for a reed chest, as they say. I've got rye and cabbage. While we're kind of just sitting here, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a storage vessel. I love the being able to sit. Because the storage vessel is going to help us preserve our food. And will also give us a place to put our food when we're not having to carry it around with us constantly everywhere we go. Because that's what causes our food to rot. And while we can use rot, we don't want the food to be what rots. There's specific things you want to let rot. Poisonous mushrooms. Usually you want to use you want to let small hides rot because you can use you're gonna hunt a lot of animals that'll give you small hides. So you're not gonna be short small hides. And if you are, you just go hunt more animals. I don't think we're going to have enough for a second one, but we should be able to make at least this one. So ironically, due to the small forest that we have, our only major problem right now is sticks. We could use a lot more sticks. We might not even have enough for the one. I forgot how big these things are. That's okay. It'll be easy to go get more clay. And this time I know. Don't break it. If it's unfinished, don't touch it. Just let it be unfinished. Just let it be. It'll be fine. We'll go get some clay. Oh, wait. Grab the hose. We can plant the seeds. I almost forgot. So the reason why I'm kind of just letting myself be hungry for a while and trying not to, like, eat all of our food is because cooking it is so much better. It just is that amazing. Alright, so the next thing I think we're going to do after this, and might be what we finish the episode with, is go get some more cattails. Once our little pit kilns have finished, we'll let them burn out and we will move them. And then we will go put up a empty skep to go get some bees, because I want some of them bees. Or at least I want to get started with some of them bees. Because honey lets us make jam, and jam is one of the best preserved foods, and also is why we've got all of this flowers nonsense going on. Because otherwise I wouldn't give two shits about the flowers, but I need bees. I demand your bees. Yeah, and then so next episode, I'll between these episodes here, I'll actually take a break and I'll go do some research because I thought it was supposed to keep your moisture at 100%, but maybe this only keeps it at 75, having water right here, and then you can speed it up. Maybe that's why you still want to make a water container. Now that I'm thinking out loud, that might be why you still want to make a water container. Okay, so there's the cabbages. I'm really not going to shoot for organization here because we just need stuff growing. Basically, we literally just where we're at right now. We can have the luxury of organization and actually having like a rye field, a cabbage field, fields for things. We can have that luxury next year when we're past this first winter. Right now, it is all hands on deck, all everything but batten the hatches, boys. We need food and we need food supply. I'm gonna have to eat. I don't want to eat this because I want to cook it, but I don't want to sit here being hurt constantly. So we're gonna just get seeds, put them down, and we will organize our fields next year when we have actual. Basically, it's a matter of when we have the time and the ability to organize. Right now, we are very. Let's go with on borrowed time. And that borrowed time being we have like no damn food. Okay, so that's that. I'm still surprised. I'm not, I don't want to say too much because the minute I open my damn mouth, it's going to become a problem. But I'm surprised I haven't run into any like drifters or shivers yet. It's been despite the fact that the timer has run its course, it's been very monster free for. Oh, we're still in May. Okay, so for the whole month of May, it's been very monster free. I only set it to 4 or 5 days, I think. Is what I set it to. Something like that. Alrighty, so there was something growing over here that I know. It was like some flax or something. There it is. Ah, spelt. Spelt. I swear, though, there was flax. What was? I don't know what that noise was. I heard like a tool. Okay, so what are you gonna give me? A copper axe and a flint knife? What the fuck? The flint knife, okay, but the copper axe? What the hell? That was kind of interesting. I didn't realize it was going to give us a copper tool. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. It's kind of dumb to assume otherwise, but whatever. And that is a bunch of bismuthite. That is stuff for some making of bronze, I believe. Bismuth bronze, I think, is what it's called. Okie dokie. Let's have a look-see. I need more of this. But that's fine. It's what it is. I'll find it eventually later, probably when my inventory is full again, and I'll forget to mark it again, and I'll have to be all like, oh no, I should have grabbed it, I should have marked it. Oh, curse my lack of mental acuity. I'm in tune with my own dumbness. Is this gonna collapse if I dig it? Nope. It's a cave made into the clay. Impressive. Oh, and guess what we need? More sticks. Because we're going to burn them. Or make tools out of them. You'll never have enough sticks. You're just like your father. You'll never have enough sticks. I worry about myself. I concern myself on a day-to-day basis as I slowly lose my marbles. Of course, losing your marbles is making the assumption that you had some to begin with. Bwahaha. I want the clay over the dry grass. What's this? This is the cat mint. I'm gonna collect that later. Oh wait, reeds. Okay, so now that I got a bunch more reeds and a whole lot more clay. Oh good, our fire pit's out. Good, 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 good. So now, let's go ahead and finish this little doodaddy. I don't know why did I say that? Doodaddy, that is stupid. Okay, so that is that. And we're going to move it way the hell out here. Far away from flammable things, hopefully. Go ahead, put the copper axe there for now. Fill that in. Do-do, 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 do-do. Do-do, 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 do-do. Okay, so we got a bunch of flowers, which is a pain in the butt. But we do also have another reed chest and I hope enough to make a skep. Ah, yes, good. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pull out a dinner thingy here. We're going to make some stew. All right, so you know what? I was going to keep going, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one so that way the episode doesn't run too god-awfully long. But I absolutely will be taking up a continuation of this, clearly. Dunt, dunt. And I don't know how many sticks I have. I really want to get that started, but I don't have enough sticks, so we're gonna just plop them down. And yeah, there's that's gonna very quickly start to annoy me, and I think you all will start to agree that it is angering in how it works. Go ahead and put down the cattails. Now that they're not going to burst into flames. Gosh. Gorsh. Gorsh, darn it. But yeah, having a nice field of cattails like this is going to be super helpful because we can make a bunch more, as needed. We can make a bunch more of the reed chests and poultices, which are like these medical things that you can get that are really nice. So also, what I think we're going to do, I didn't really originally want to do this because I wanted to. Ah, crap, we're starving. So my original plan. Okay, so we can make three servings of hefty puffball soup. Sorry, everybody. We're going to just be saxophoning it up over here for a few minutes while our guy starves to death. Yeah, I wanted to dig stuff out a little bit more, so this isn't exactly according to plan, but what I'm going to do, I think, is going to just let these grow and become harvestable. And then when winter comes, we'll tear them down. And that's when we'll kind of reorganize things. Because eventually, I don't want the whole, like, I'm not going to fill this whole valley in to be this level, but I'm going to have this level a little bit larger. And then we'll kind of have, like, a multi-level town in a way. If that makes sense. I've given myself, I think, enough of a project to keep me busy, but also something kind of neat to work with. So that we're going to let that be like that. And then in the back here, we're going to do that. And then for shits and giggles and absolutely no reason whatsoever, let's go ahead and eat. For shits and giggles and absolutely no reason whatsoever, the last red currant bush is just gonna boop right there. Just one random ass currant bush, just right there. So there's not really a particular reason, by the way, for anyone who's wondering why I've got my house outside, or not my house, my fire pit outside. Just kind of do for the sake of space. That's how it is. That's how it be. And speaking of bees, oh, I thought that was another layer of peat right next to the house. Speaking of bees, let's go get some bees. And I think that will have done it. I think that will have accomplished. So where is the hive? Do we know? Aha! There it be. No! Shit, that's not... Fucking hell, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Oh no, I totally busted the fucking bees. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, there's somewhere in this oak tree. No, they're not. They're in this one. So the only reason I want to get close to them is because you can only be a certain distance for the skep to work. You know what? Let's just do that. Put down some extra flowers for them. And I'll come back in like a day or two and we'll see. Okay, we're not all hope is lost. It almost was. I should have marked that area. It's roughly in there. It'll get me close enough that I can hear it at least. Ugh, I should have brought... I didn't bring a torch, did I? Nope. It's gonna get dork. How many... I ended up finding enough sticks, I think, to do my next... There it is, yeah. Earth ball. Yep, we got monsters. I hears ya. So the earth balls we can't eat. So this might be a bit of an extra long episode too. So hold on a second. I don't know how much of this is going to actually get edited out. But, so we do have honeycomb now. In an ironic twist of fate, we do have early honeycomb. Why, hello, monsters of the deep. We got a decent supply of food now, actually. Oh, he's pretending to choke to death. That's what that guy does too, that like shiver. He just sits there and pretends to choke to death. But he keeps moving, so it's like, oh, I'm choking to death, I'm dead, oh no, and then you just kind of stare at him and go, yeah, okay, sure, whatever you say, pal. Whoop, missed me. So there's no real major benefit other than the occasional resource in killing these guys, so... The only reason I do it is just so they could shut the hell up and get away from me. These guys, actually, the drifters, you want to kill. The boat torrents, like, unless you're an archer or do a lot of archery, you don't really need to worry about the boat torrents. Other than to stop them from shooting you in the ass constantly. But these drifters you want to kill because they can drop gears, which is the currency. They can drop, as you can see, flax. And occasionally, after a little bit, they'll start dropping temporal gears, which allow you to change your respawn point. Which is freaking magic. Let's see, I actually have an uneven amount. So I'm going to eat the odd ones out. turn the rest into food. Excuse me. Starting with the violet webcap. Okie dokie. Well, that's full. That's got room. So we'll put the clay in there. The flax grain. Bowtorn, because it doesn't really matter, because either one takes up an inventory slot. Let's go plant some seeds real quick, and then I think actually we'll call this one, because then the next episode after this, we'll go see about maybe seeing if the bees are free. Things are growing good, awesome. Awesome. Those are stage 3 already. Turnips grow pretty good. Carrots are doing good. I wish we had onions, but I can live. I can deal. I can cope. Seethe and cope. Boop. Eat. There goes the door again. Alrighty. We'll do another campfire outro. Well, that's episode 2. You can see the background's changed a little bit. We got ourselves things go. Thank you all for watching. I've been Kate and Keone. I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye-bye.